mean, sticking up drug dealers, that came later on after I wound up doing time. I got locked up, went upstate actually when I was 17, and 17 going on 18, and I came home when I was 21. So previous to that, when I was 17, I started sticking up drug dealers. And then after that, when I came home at 21, I started sticking up drug dealers. But then after that, then I turned into one myself, you know. So that's how that turned out.
Okay, so once you came back at 21 and you actually started getting into selling drugs yourself.
Yeah. I didn't want to, actually, to be honest with you, I didn't even, when I came home at 21, you know, my brother was doing this thing, you know, so I felt more comfortable being a stick-up kid than a drug dealer, and I pretty much told him that, you know, I didn't want to sell drugs. My intentions never was to sell drugs, and he kept stringing me along, you know, kept telling me, yo, I got you, you know, and it went on for a minute, couple of weeks, until like one of my close friends, he actually was in position where he was doing real good as a drug dealer as well. And he kept stringing me along back and forth, telling me to go see my brother telling me to go see Just. And, you know, I kind of got tired of that. But then after a while, after about like maybe say the third week or so, my brother sat down with me and had a conversation with me, telling me that, you know, he couldn't do nothing with me, you know, and told me that, you know, he'd been a fuck up all his life. And he said that there's only one thing that he didn't, you know, he never honored anything that my mother ever asked him. And he said that my mother told him that when I came home, if he didn't at least give me a chance to try to get myself together, that she would never forgive him if he put me in position to be out there following behind him. So he vowed to never hustle with me, to never sell drugs with me, to never do nothing with me. And that's actually what happened throughout both our careers being on the street doing our thing. You know, we stood side by side with other things, but we never stood side by side selling drugs.
Gotcha. So how big did you get in the drug game?
I mean, if we just go borough-wise, you know, in Brooklyn, I probably would say I was probably one of the top, you know, 10 from the borough. I mean, I don't look at, to be honest with you, I don't look at other people judge on how big you are. You know, I just judge on how much money I was making, you know, and I was doing fairly well to a point where I had stopped counting my money. So that's when I knew that I was as big as I needed to be. I had accomplished every goal that I wanted to selling drugs. And surprisingly to most, I didn't sell drugs for long. I went from selling drugs from 21 to 25. I had just turned, actually 21 to 24. When I came home at 21 years old, I got locked up again. I violated my parole in 87. I came home, but position-wise, I never lost my position nor my status when I came back home, so I just fell right back in the rank. When 88 came around, I turned it all the way up again, but I wound up catching another fall, and I caught a murder charge, you know, 2 counts of murder, and 5 counts of possession of weapons. And that was like heavily, you know what I mean, posted up all over the news, you know, special report Neighborhoods Under Siege. And that's primarily where I got the name of the book, Neighborhoods Under Siege, from that actual interview that the news was playing out.